all. Welcome, cadets of Mindanao State University, Maigo School of Arts and Trades ROTC unit to our virtual training for the academic year 2021-2022. This presentation is purposely done to inform all of you about the history, organizational structure, the standards of conduct of a soldier, and the grading system. MSU MSAT ROTC Unit History. The Maigo School of Arts and Trades ROTC Unit was cross-enrolled with St. Peter's College ROTC Unit way back in 1968 to 1974. Then, from 1974 to 1976, it was cross-enrolled with Harvardian College in Ozami City. All cadres that handled the training came from the Harvardian College ROTC Unit. Eventually, in April 14, 1974, it found itself affiliated back to St. Peter's College ROTC Unit in Iligan City. Training and operation was conducted at the school campus by the personnel of 1121 PHDC, 11 RHDU Ariscom Station at Camp General Climaco Pintoy, Suarez, Iligan City. At the moment, MSU Maigo ROTC Unit is one of the 1002nd CDC 10th RCDG Ariscom activated unit, conducting training on its campus and is affiliated with other schools in Lanao del Norte. These are the Christ the King College de Maranding, Colegio de Iligan, Colegio de Kapatagan, Lanao Al-Islamia Academy Incorporated, Lanao School of Science and Technology Incorporated, North Central Mindanao College, and Tubod College. The MSU Maigo ROTC unit provides military education and training for students to mobilize them for national defense preparedness. It offers significant opportunities and benefits and has been a good partner of the school in developing the students' personal traits such as patriotism, self-discipline, self-esteem, teamwork, perseverance, and leadership skills that every student needs regardless of their career plans. The ROTC program or component of the NSTP shall pursue the following broad objectives. First, to prepare the college students for possible service in the defense establishment in the event of emergency. To train and develop the ROTC cadets as future enlisted reservists for the reserve component of the Armed Forces of the Philippines. Third, to inculcate in the youth the spirit of patriotism and nationalism. Fourth, to develop and promote physical, moral, spiritual, and intellectual and social well-being of the youth. Fifth, to train and develop the youth as potential community leaders. And sixth, to develop civic consciousness and good citizenship among the youth. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce to you the MSU Maigo ROTC Unit organizational structure. MSU Maigo ROTC Unit is headed by Colonel Edmond P. Abilia, Infantry General Staff Force, Philippine Army, the 1002nd CDC Director. The Assistant Director is 2nd Lieutenant Mamao P. Malyawao, Infantry, Philippine Army. The Admin NCO of the unit is Private First Class Paul Robert A. Otida, Infantry, Philippine Army. The NSTP or ROTC Coordinator is Sergeant Riza L. Garciso. The unit's GMA is Sergeant Dexter P. Barquet, the former Corps Commander of the ROTC unit. The Corps of Officers is headed by Cadet First Class Wilmer H. Quiñones, with his brigade staff, S1 Cadet First Class Dave Chris J. Verhis, S2 Cadet First Class John B. Interoni, S3 Cadet First Class Mark T. Suzubrado, S4 Cadet First Class Louis Mark D. Tabanya, and S7 Cadet First Class Harold Y. Gravinu, Jr. The 1st Battalion is headed by Cadet First Class Christian J. L.R. Cosa, with his staff S1 Cadet First Class Blem C. Burungan, S2 Cadet First Class Prince Louis A. Lara, S3 Cadet First Class Irish Von Manggubat, S4 Cadet First Class Darrell H. Orate, and S7 Cadet First Class Abdul Samad Saumay. Under the 1st Battalion is the Alpha Company headed by its Company Commander Cadet First Class John Siegfried Layasan. His Executive Officer is Cadet First Class Kim Kais Aguaviva. 1st Platoon Leader is Cadet 2nd Class Robilin C. Dumero. And 2nd Platoon Leader is Cadet 2nd Class Jenny P. Maghanon. Also under the 1st Battalion is the Bravo Company headed by the Company Commander Cadet First Class Vincent Linel Densing. His Executive Officer is Cadet 2nd Class Jet Lee P. Biloy. 1st Platoon Leader is Cadet 2nd Class Seidel Valerie B. Espina. And 2nd Platoon Leader is Cadet 4th Class Reka Angelo M. Ankiola. The 2nd Battalion is headed by Cadet First Class Jaika R. Malon with her staff S1 Cadet First Class Ara Jane Buhulano, S2 Cadet First Class Elmina Joy A. Utos, S3 Cadet First Class Jessa M. Rojas, S4 Cadet First Class Janami D. Imnasi, and S7 Cadet First Class July L. Villaronte. Under the 2nd Battalion is the Charlie Company headed by the Company Commander Cadet 2nd Class Kim Ryan T. Igua. His Executive Officer is Cadet 2nd Class Roby Christine Hope T. Iguan. 1st Platoon Leader is Cadet 4th Class Erica May T. Duhilag. 2nd Platoon Leader is Cadet 4th Class Lazel Jane C. Angilio. Also under the 2nd Battalion is the Delta Company headed by Cadet 2nd Lieutenant Zelena Jane B. Bundaog. Her Executive Officer is Cadet 2nd Class Cheney E. Ababon. 1st Platoon Leader is Cadet 4th Class Princess Car A. Ahmad. And 2nd Platoon Leader is Cadet 4th Class Janet R. Imnase. The Color Officer is Cadet 2nd Class Jervin L. Diaz. The band is headed by Band Officer Cadet 4th Class Myra R. Parinas, with her assistant Cadet 4th Class Maria Sofia C. Islet. Another batch of 4th Class officers are Cadet 4th Class Jared H. Orate, Cadet 4th Class Abdul Jabbar S. Ebra, Cadet 4th Class Rick Anthony C. Mainar, Cadet 4th Class Geraldine T. Purisima, and Cadet 4th Class Aljoy G. Kiruga. Ladies and gentlemen, those are the set of officers for this year's training. Standard of conduct of a soldier. Core values are in the heart of every soldier, but can be seen in the actions, words, and deeds of military life according to the following criteria. First is the pursuit of excellence. Every soldier has the ability and knowledge to achieve excellence in whatever he enters. Apart from strength, intelligence, and resilience in battle, a soldier also aspires to achieve excellence in all his activities and in any field. As a result, they are constantly training in martial arts and continuously utilizing all the soldiers' abilities, such as the assistance of the Filipino soldier in the development of the communities they serve is recognized. As long as the soldier aspires to excellence in work, he will also be expected to succeed in his mission. Second is the pride in uniform. The uniform of the Filipino soldier symbolizes all that is important in the Army of the Republic of the Philippines, such as the Philippine flag. Wearing it is honorable because it is also a symbol of loyalty, and discipline enforced in military life. As such, it is strictly forbidden to misuse or disrespect the uniform, including all insignia or emblems of its rank. It is important to know the meaning of each part and the symbol attached to it because it gives life to the spirit of the true soldier. The uniform is our connection to the history of the Filipino race and a symbol of what can still be created for the sake of the Filipino people. It is the symbol of the unity of the people in all the aspirations of a better future for all. Third is discipline. For the development of the people, discipline is needed. It is applied to the thoughts, words, and deeds of the Filipino soldier. This includes the orders of the officers of each level of the Philippine Army. It is synonymous to self-control, a training that controls, corrects, and molds the mental faculties of an individual. It is a control gained by enforcing obedience or order. That is to punish or penalize for the sake of enforcing obedience, order, and perfecting moral character. Following orders is of the utmost importance in the Army. Obedience is what allows the military to operate in an organized and effective manner that is clearly very important during military difficult situations. Not following orders is not an optional choice that anyone can make when joining military training, such as ROTC. Mauto na ang mawala ang dili gusto mo follow sa order sa pag-take sa quiz, then will face a consequence. If we are starting the face-to-face class, we will be teaching you first marching. Nganong marching man nga dili naman untanin siya gina-apply when it comes to battlefield. Pag mag-gera karon dili naman ka mag-marching padalong sa battlefield or else layo pa lang nabumbahan na ka. Nganong man nga marching ginatudlo pag gihapon hangtod karon because marching shows discipline. Ang pagkontrol sa kamot ug sa tiil nga synchronize iniglakaw is dili sayon. Sometimes, gato kag sakto na day mong pag-march pero bragkiwa man. Tendency, mura na day kag robot. Ang tiil ug ang kamot nga imong gilakaw ug iswing pariha nga side. Dapat opposite na siya. If left nga kamot ang imong giswing, dapat ang right nga paa ang imong naka-forward. Or, if left nga paa naka-forward, dapat right nga kamot ang nakaswing. Although the discipline is applied in military life is very difficult, it is hoped that the loss of life in the battlefield will be avoided and a good companion who is essential to the success of any military mission will be strengthened. All equipment and a soldier may be lost, but the mission will still be held because the discipline will take him. Fourth is professionalism. Professionalism in military profession means loyalty to duty, knowledge and skills, and can be expressed by paying attention to duties that require discipline and skill. The soldier is guided by the standard of professionalism military to represent the basic values of the Philippine Army and in particular the requirements of the SLP and the branches of the government. Professionalism comes from the achievement of the soldier's success, his disciplined performance, whenever, wherever, and how, the recognition of the individual merit, humility of the gainer of respect, and above all, the will of man. Such a statement comes from a general full of experience in the battlefield and came from the enlisted personnel. He believes that military professionalism will pave the way for peace and stability in the country. Since we are to exercise professionalism, it is indeed very important that we learn the internet etiquette or the Netiqquite. This will serve as our house rules in our online class or online training. First, introduce yourself properly. Dapat with greetings like good morning ma'am, good morning sir. If you are contacting the person with authority, like your coordinator, the GMA, or the officers, tapos state your name and your purpose. Second, respect others' privacy by not sharing personal information, photos, or videos that another person may not want published online. Kani siyang pinaka-importante dyan. Kay naiuban, i-edit ang photo sa kauban thinking, okay ra sa tag-iya dayon himong katawanan sa GC. Dili ni pwede. Pwede mo makasuhan for cyberbullying. Third, show good leadership or followership by not igniting any malicious convo. This is for the officers. Avoid posting inflammatory or offensive comments online or anything not related with our subject. Dili mag-KSP. Dili mag-post-post or mag-chat-chat o dili related sa ROTC aron lang mapansin. Kay naiuban magpapansin. Mag-PM-PM, mag-chat-chat dito sa GC o mga papansin na message. Tapos, ug mapansin na siya, unya dili mo iyang gi-expect nga pagpansin sa iyaha, mag-react na dayon. And then mag-post-post na dayon o dili mao dito sa Facebook. Kay dili daw professional ang mga officers. Kay gisaway siya sa iyang gibuhat nga inappropriate dito sa GC. So dapat we should be professional. Show that you are a disciplined person. Next, don't troll people in web forums or website comments by repeatedly nagging or annoying them. Ayaw pa kaulawing inyong kauban kung sa imong paminaw iyang pangutana is nonsense, then nabalik-balik na gipangutana na to sa una, ayaw lang respect basin gikapoy siya o backread. So iyang gipangutana or nalibog siya sa tubag mo nang gusto niya clarification. So ayun na lang mo pag-react. O kita, we have to be very patient in dealing with this as officer, as GMA, and as your coordinator. I'm always willing to answer all your queries. Then, stick to the topic when posting in online forums or when commenting on photos or videos such as our YouTube, because we will have videos posted on YouTube just like this, or in Facebook comments. Next, don't swear or use offensive language. No, gid na sa akuan na mag-use of offensive language on GC or any open forum. Avoid replying to negative comments with more negative comments. Instead, break the cycle with a positive post. Now, most of us, pagtagaan ganita o ka ng order sa mga officer, may dayo, wala man ka nag-ingon na, sir, wala man na include. Example, wearing of earrings. Example, ingnon magpagpa-picture, dayon human, pag-picture nimo, o naka-earrings, tanggalan na, pag-picture balik. Then may kag, wala man na same instruction, sir. No, you cannot say that. Dili ka pwede maingon sa mga officer, wala man na sa muhang instruction ganina, sir. Kay, dapat, una pa lang, you know it's military training. So therefore, wala ginang mga earrings, wala nang mga abubot nga itong ginapangsuot. Okay lang ang relo. Pero earrings, kwinta, sing-sing, dili na siya pwede sa itong training. And dapat, gamiton sa nato to ang utok no, gamiton nato ang atong gitawag og initiative. So isapod sa gina-train or isapod sa product nga mo ang pangita nga ma-develop sa inyo ha is your initiative. Dili na mo kailangan diktaran, dili na mo kailangan spoon feed. Naamoy kaugalingon ninyong panghuna-huna. Kung unsay maayo, unsay dili maayo. And then dili mo pwede nga may just saying lang, dapat gapilton niyo sa instruction. No. You cannot just say. Whenever you are to suggest something, just first says, may I speak, sir or ma'am, or permission to talk, permission to speak. If you are acknowledged, then you are to give your suggestion or whatever it is that is in your mind. But if you are not acknowledged, wala mo'y karapatan na magstorya against a certain order. You are to follow the order. If someone asks a question and you know the answer, offer to help. Kung kabalo ka nga ay napangutana na siya kaganina, then kumbaga, ayaw na daghagyaw-yaw. Kaya again, dili ta mag-reply to negative comments. Then after that, if naka-receive ka og reply, always say thank you. So always ta mag-end with thank you for the information. Fifth is adherence to law. The Armed Forces of the Philippines has received direction from the National Command Authority. As a backbone of the SLP, the Philippine Army and its soldier must abide by the orders based on the rules set out in the national policy. The military leadership in the chain of command decides how to carry out a rule, not the individual soldier. Every soldier is a citizen of the Philippines, so as a soldier, he is subject to the same law and should obey such a part of his service to the people. The Constitution, the Article of War, the codes of law, the law of ethical standards, and public accountability and other social laws should also be followed as the minimum standard of conduct expected of a soldier. During the fight, the highest standards of conduct are important and will be followed. Also, if there is no command or lack of command or knowledge of action, or in an unusual situation or traditional role, the system values and standards of conduct contained therein should be strictly followed. Sixth is deference to authority. Military power is exercised in the chain of command. A chain of command provides proper avenues of communication. It allows for members to give and receive information, and when used properly, it is both simple and effective. All orders and instructions should be issued through the chain of command. Orders are transmitted down the chain of command from a higher-ranking soldier to a lower-ranking soldier. In our case, the order of instruction or the instruction itself will start from the commandant to be carried to the NCO or the Admin NCO, to the ROTC commander, past the corps commander, to the battalion commander, to the company commander, and finally to the platoon leaders. Mo nandili ni pwede na magpataka og implement. Kay nag-follow lang pod mi sa orders gikan sa taas, like unsay i-discuss, unsay mga rules about certain situations, like conducting trainings or the grading system. The MSU Maigo ROTC Unit Grading System. So diri nga part atong tubagon nga naman nga uban mag-wonder ang ilahang grado sa ROTC nga ROTC gamay kaayo then kung academic dagko kayo tungod kay lain-lain manggod ang ato ang points. So lain ang atong gibasihan sa points. So dinhi na to siya mapakita nganong ang uban gamay gid siya og grado. So the grading system dili na siya, as I've said, amo ang gi-provide, but provided by the headquarters of Army Reserve Command found at Camp Rego de Dios, Tanza, Cavite, through the implementing guidelines on NSTP ROTC component. The grading system. The school year, which is divided into two, the first semester, must conform to the school calendar as practicable. So dapat, kung kanus nag-start ng klase, dapat mo po na ipag-start sa toang ROTC training. The cadets shall be given a final grade for every semester, such grade to be computed based on the following weights. So 30% or 30 points of your grade is the attendance, 30 points is the military aptitude, and the 40 points is for the subject proficiency. In the attendance, cadets shall be checked twice, that is before the training and 5 minutes after the training. Now, in the event nga absent mo due to sickness, injury, or other exceptional circumstances, The cadet, however, has to attend make-up classes as designed by the commandant to replace the training periods and subjects missed. Cadets who has incurred more than 20% or 18 hours or 3 days of unexcused absences of the training shall have a drop or 5 na grade sa ROTC. Again, if you have 3 days or 3 meetings nga absent, unexcused absences, so it means you will be given 5 or a failure grade. Subject proficiency. Subject proficiency is 40% on our grade. Now, this is a portion to the different subject or course, which means this refers to our discussions. So after this, after you watch this video, the S3, the Brigade S3 will have the quiz and then we will post it, and mona siya ang subject proficiency. So every Saturday afternoon, morning na atay a video nga i-release, and then in the afternoon or the next meeting, expect na jud may quiz ana, and then another discussion na pod for another topic. So this is how to get the grade. So your raw score divided by the total number of test items, so that will be multiplied with 40% rather, and then you have your final subject proficiency points. So, kay mag-quiz man ta diri sa subject proficiency, I prepared or I have a instruction or order on how to fill up the Google form. Kaya namang guyuban, yung mapataka lang og tuplok dito. Natay last time nga, ang gibutang siya ngalan X. So how will we record kinsa ni si X? So this is how the Google Forms look like. So ako rin siyang i-copy sa contact information which you already have answered. So yun na ra po gihapon ang dagway sa quiz. Filling up the information, nakabutang dira last name big letters. Ayaw ita ni tagai og small letters kay big letters man. So kung imong last name parehan ako, my last name is Garciso, so I write Garciso. Last name meaning apelyido, first name big letters. So kung unsay pangalan nimo mo may sulat dira also in big letters. Middle name, middle initial, also written in big letters. I hope I am understood. So failure to do this will have a demerit. Next is military aptitude. In military aptitude, each cadet shall be given 100 points merit at the beginning of the semester. And then additional merit will be awarded if we require attendance for special formation, parade, or other activities such as the webinar. Motong gi-require na ko ang inyong attendance and participation because you will be gaining merits to that. But every infraction of regulation, meaning kada sayop nga inyong gibuhat, kada mali nga pag-execute sa order na siya'y penalty by demerit as prescribed. So this is how your grade for military aptitude being calculated. So 100 points plus the additional special merits minus the total demerit times 100%. So yun ana siya. Since we are already talking about demerits, Now, these are the list of demerits with their corresponding penalties. The first is the Class A demerit, which is punishable by discharge. Buot pasabot, automatic ang i-drop, i-5. This is called gross disrespect to superior officers, abuse of authority, illegal collection and destruction of military or school property, such as gross disrespect to superior officer, kanabitang tubag-tubagunin mo sila, assaults a superior officer under any pretext, kanang manumbag ka or sabay mo buhaton sa ilaha, abuse of authority or manhandles his subordinates, kanang pataka lang po kagpamanish sa ilaha na above na po siya sa humanitarian law. Cheating during graded examinations. So during quiz or final exam, when we caught you cheating, ayaw na gid mo pag-expect na makapadayon pa sa ROTC. We should start here the training of discipline. Collects any fees or contributions from the members of the Midshipman Corps without expressed authority of the ROTC Commandant. So, dili ta pwede nga mangulikta nga walay kalibutan ng Commandant. Ignore or violate standing instructions. Deliberate, mutilate, destroy, or render unserviceable any military or school property. Kanamang guba ka, example, gihatag sa imong rifle, then imong gibundak, imong gipospos, then kana, pwede kang tanggalon. Commits any act similar in nature and category to the aforementioned offenses. Class B demerits, or that is a deduction of 6 to 10 points demerit, or we call it grave misdemeanor. Talking to a superior officer in a begrudging and hostile manner. Kana bitong may nagsulti raman good ko, nagsuggest raman good ko. Diba I told you kaganina, you're not allowed to suggest, you're not allowed to just say what you want to say. Disobeys legal orders from superiors. So, I have the right to deduct 10 points from your merits kung dili ninyo tarungon og answer ang quiz, especially dili nyo tarungon o fill up ang form. Deliberately telling things proved to be false, kanang patakakagstorya nga na makaknaka, making boisterous remarks or catcalls at any woman while in ranks or any prescribed formation, sleeping in classroom or any place of instruction while such instruction is being conducted. Dili pwedeng matulog-tulog ka nga nagklase pa ta. So, humanon sa name mo natay sa ka matulog. Report late in any formation or prescribed place of assembly. Now, I will be strict this time. Pag musulti kong alas 12 unless you have a very valid reason. Pag masturya ko og okay, alauna to alas 5, pwede mo take quiz anytime from 1 to 5. Then, after 5 p.m., automatically off na nanako ang quiz para makabalutag discipline. Commits any act similar in nature and category to the aforementioned offenses. Alright, we have the Class C or 4 to 5 demerits, or we call it less grave misdemeanor. Number 1 is slouching in ranks. Kanabitang magbako-bako ka, magstanding in one leg, nga nakakasahanay. Walking in uniform without headgear. Wala kay kalo, galakaw-lakaw ka din ha. Sleeves of uniform rolled up or caught in the act rolling at the sleeves of his ROTC uniform. Spitting while in ranks or formation. Rolling of eyeballs when at parade rest or does any act that would be detrimental to the discipline while in ranks. Chew gums or tobacco when reporting to an officer. Carelessly lays aside his rifle, wearing dirty uniform. Commits any act similar in nature and category to the aforementioned offenses. Lastly, we have the Class D demerit or 1 to 3 demerits. We call it minor misdemeanor or omissions. We have no nameplates, insignias, and other uniform paraphernalia. Shoes not signed and wrongly tied. Brass articles are not shined. Long hair, dirty face and mustache. Missing buttons or unbuttoned pockets. Wearing uniform other than one prescribed. So pag maingon kog iyong suoton puti nga t-shirt, pag puti og t-shirt. Pag may kog v-neck, v-neck. May kog round neck, round neck. Malingering ka na bitaw may kog ay labat kaya akong ulo dili sa kumukuan karon mamutik sa exam kay muni mo na dili dito tinod. Makabalo ra bagi kog tinod yung yaw-yaw or dili. I've been here for quite a while. So I've met a lot of excuses already. Falling out from ranks without permission. Kana bitang mag-formation, kana maghanay, and then kakuyapon na kay ka, ayaw yun o katumba din nga, dili ka mananghit. May ask ka permission, sir, or permission, ma'am. Standing on one leg, sitting while in ranks, leaning or sitting on his rifle, drops or lazily drags his rifle, commits any act similar in nature and category of the aforementioned offenses. So those are the offenses nga pwede mo madidakan sa gikan sa inyong 100 points. So now we have the ROTC commandants shall convert their grades in accordance with the following equivalent. Again, dili kami, kung dili gikan ni siya sa higher. Now, diri sa itong school, sa MSU Maigo, ang pinakagamay nga percentage sa itong grado is 60. Now, sa ROTC, dili 60 ang passing grade, ay passing percentage, kung dili 75. Muna matingala ka, Lloyd, dagko pa mangkugwi sa ako ang academics kaysa sa ako ang, sa ROTC kaysa sa akong academics. Di nga naman, dako mo kung grado sa akong academics. That is because the passing percentage is 60. While sa ROTC, the passing percentage is 75. And take note of the grade. 75 or higher, 1.0. Less than 75% down to 90%, 1.5. Ladies and gentlemen, walay 1.25. So, dinha pa lang daan na discrepancy yung grado. Less than 90% down to 85% is DOS. Less than 85 down to 80, 2.5. Less than 80 down to 75, that is stress. Less than 75, that is failure, 5. So, munang matingala mo, compare sa iyong academic grade, gagmay yun o grade ang ROTC. To sum it up, there are 3 characteristics that dominate the life of the Filipino soldier. His ability to be happy in times of comfort and hardship, creativity and ability to analyze things even when it is outside of his skill, and the incomparable faith to God. In all of this, Filipino soldier, acting according to the earlier summaries of philosophy, is also the Philippine Army, able to carry out military missions even alone in the battlefield or in peace. That will be all. Enjoy the virtual training. Good day, everyone.